For number 3, if I'm going to find the slope between these, what we talked about was the slope formula. Really, really important here. You have to have this memorized. You will not have the slope formula given to you. You will need it for this test. You will need it for the end of semester final that we do. You will need it for the state test. You will need it in high school for Algebra 1, for geometry, for Algebra 2, and may end up needing it for the high school exit exam and the SATs. So it comes up a lot, and it's one that's just assumed that you remember. So if you don't remember it, please write it down right now. y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. You have to memorize this formula. Making sure we understand what this is even talking about. Remember, every point is x comma y. But we have point 1 and point 2, so we're going to say this is x1, y1, and x2, y2. Every point is x and y, but this is point 1, this is point 2, so x1, y1, x2, y2. From here, we are just taking those numbers and plugging them in where they belong in the formula. So let's just go in order. The formula on top starts with y2. Which number is y2? 1. So I have 1, and then the formula says minus. Make sure you're following the formula itself. There is a minus sign, so I write a minus sign. What's y1? 6. On the bottom it says x2. That would be negative 3. It says minus. And then x1 would be a 2. So now we do the subtraction. 1 minus 6 gives me negative 5. Negative 3 minus 2 also gives me negative 5. Remember, when you're working with negatives, if I was at negative 3 on the number line and I subtract 2, subtraction is moving left on the number line. If I was at negative 3 and I went left 2 more, I end up at negative 5. This can be reduced. Negative 5 over negative 5. Remember, a fraction bar is also division. So negative 5 divided by negative 5, well, negative divided by a negative will make a positive, and 5 divided by 5 is just 1. You will be asked to simplify these and reduce them.